Now at 6, Pittsburgh looks to create an arts district. We'll have details. Plus, Diamond, Missouri explains a proposal to improve the city's water and sewer system. And Seneca, Missouri opens their new fire station.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
A proposal to promote the arts and generate funds in Pittsburgh. This is KOAM News at 6. I'm Dow Quick. The Pittsburgh City Commission will vote tonight on a resolution to declare a large portion of downtown as the Pittsburgh Arts District. KOAM's Shagun Bamadeli has more.
Officials say the mission of the creation of the Art District is to maintain the spirit of arts and culture through the community's interaction, education, and innovation.
Idea of art has become popular in our town, and so the purpose of proposing the Arts District tonight to the City Commission is to give a proper name to what is happening in Pittsburgh culturally.
The designation would make it easier for new businesses to apply for grants.
If there's any way that the Arts District can help any of these businesses or local mom and pop shops get funding for their businesses, their buildings, any new improvements to this area, that is totally what we're here for.
A board member of the Pittsburgh Arts Walk and co-owner Photos Cafe says the district is good for Pittsburgh economy.
People are moving here for the arts because they're starting to see that in our community in Pittsburgh, Kansas, the arts are important. And that's a big deal to a lot of people, and we want those people. Those people are very active in the community. They bring their families with them, they get jobs, they spend their money here.
She also says there will be new murals.
We want this. We want to have murals, we want to have art, we want to support our artists, and we want to give grants to those artists to pay them to do the work. And so highlighting that and focusing on that has been really important over the last 10 years. And yeah, I think there will definitely be more to come.
In Pittsburgh, Shagun Bamadeli, KOAM News.
The City Commission approved that district just moments ago. We're going to have more on that for you tonight at 10. Diamond, Missouri. City leaders want the public to know about a proposal to improve the city's water and sewer system. Voters will decide on November 8th whether to approve $4.5 million in bonds to pay for infrastructure improvements. The project would be funded by a water and sewer rate increase. The city will host a public hearing tomorrow to explain the reasons for the request.
Tomorrow is basically to get the information to the people, show pictures of exactly what we have currently, shows the roots intrusion into our system. It shows the layout of the system and the difficulties that we are currently having with it. So we're hoping that we can identify the issues to the people so that they understand the need.
That public hearing begins at 6 tomorrow evening at City Hall. Diamond is also seeking grant money to help pay for the improvements. Seneca, Missouri has a brand new fire station. In 2016, Seneca residents voted for a public safety tax to build a fire station, but it hit a snag and it still wasn't close to being finished in 2021. Then last year, the Eastern Shawnee tribe offered to help pay for completion by donating $273,000. Seneca Fire Station number 1 is at 124 Washington Avenue. A bit drier today than it was this morning and yesterday. Let's check in with Doug.
Yeah, we got decent amounts of rain over the past 48 hours. We had the showers, even a few thunderstorms yesterday. And then again, late last night through the morning hours, and then sunshine has popped out over the past couple hours. But since midnight, racked up another inch of rain. This is at the Joplin Airport, so about 3 inches for the month, for the year, 37.36. inches of rain. Some areas picked up 2, 3, 4 inches over the past 48 hours, which is great. All right, let's check out our temperatures. A little bit cooler on the Missouri side where the clouds broke up a little bit later, and then where the sun popped out earlier, we're still sitting into the lower 60s in our western counties. Showers, thunderstorms this morning. All this is rolling off toward the east, so we have pretty much clear skies, and that's what we're going to see through the evening hours. We'll drop back through the 40s, eventually 38. Later on tonight. What about our next chance for rain? We'll look at that here in just a bit.
All right, see you soon. The drought continues to impact farmers and their crops across Kansas. Reporter Joe Baker spoke to farmers about what yesterday's and today's rain could mean for the wheat crop and the future.
A change in the weather Monday across the state with temperatures in the 50s with much needed rain for Kansas farmers.
The rain that we've gotten the last day or so has really put a more optimistic view in the farmer's eye because we've gone without moisture for so terribly long. Everybody's been kind of down on themselves.
Shane Eck with Central Prairie Co-op says the rain won't help fall crops. These crops have reached the mature stage, but could offer a promising outlook for the wheat crop. Wheat is starting to sprout in this field near Sterling. Monday's rainfall and the chance for more could be a good boost for a successful crop.
As far as the wheat goes, it's definitely going to help. A lot of farmers have put their wheat in. They had a little bit of moisture, as you can see behind me, to get some of it up. Some of them have put their wheat into dry ground, hoping to get a rain to help bring it along. So this will definitely provide some good benefit.
For those farmers who already have wheat in the ground, this moisture is really going to help have a positive outlook towards summer harvest and wheat production.
Farmers say Monday's rainfall is a positive sign, but more rain is needed in the next several weeks to get the wheat established before cold weather arrives.
In fact, Owen says they still need about 1 or 2 inches of rain to really make an impact on the wheat. Area high school students gathered in Missouri Southern today for a business competition and workshop. It's part of MSSU's Business Gateway event that includes individual and team-based activities in categories such as social media, website design, and accounting. The Plaster School of Business hosted the event for years, but it was retired several years ago. It was brought back with hopes of connecting with the community and recruit students.
Kind of a self-serving motive is hopefully some of these students will choose Missouri Southern as their college down the road. So it's an introduction to them. But basically we're trying to give back to the community, help the high school students, show their students other sides of learning.
385 students from 20 schools participated in the event. Coming up, new details on the suspect in yesterday's school shooting in St. Louis. Plus, Silver Dollar City looks to expand. We'll tell you what's in the works. We're learning more today about yesterday's school shooting in St. Louis. Police say yesterday morning a former student, 19-year-old Orlando Harris, entered Central Visual and Performing Arts High School and opened fire, killing a teacher and a student. In a media briefing today, police said Harris had one gun at the time, an AR-15 style rifle. He reportedly had 600 rounds of ammunition. After the shooting, authorities found a handwritten note in his car. Police said the note read in part, quote, "I don't have any friends. I don't have any family. I've never had a girlfriend. I've never had a social life. I've been an isolated loner my entire life. This was the perfect storm for a mass shooting," end quote. An investigation is underway after an Amazon driver's body was found in a yard just outside of Excelsior Springs, Missouri. Ray County authorities say they received a call last night regarding an Amazon van that had been outside a home for several hours. When deputies arrived, they found a man dead in the yard. Officers were told there were 2 dogs at the scene that had been aggressive toward deputies and medical staff. The sheriff killed both dogs. Authorities wouldn't say whether the dogs caused the death of the driver. However, they did see a dog door with blood on it. Kansas Governor Laura Kelly today announced that more than $22 million will help groups including law enforcement organizations and sexual assault crisis center that support crime victims. Among the 65 agencies getting money, Hope Unlimited in Allen County receives more than $337,000. Safe House Crisis Center in Crawford County receives more than $344,000. Children's Advocacy Center in Crawford County receives more than $87,000. A $30 million expansion is in the works at Silver Dollar City. Madison Horner reports on the popular theme park's plans to grow guest and employee experiences.
Silver Dollar City is partnering with the Wisconsin-based Holtz Builders to construct an on-site residence hall. The housing complex joins a long list of employee programs such as Grow You that pays college tuition for interested employees.
This will allow us to have a dormitory, a 3-story dormitory that's located on about 3 acres adjacent to the park, and we'll be able to house up to 300 students there.
Silver Dollar City's head of public relations, Lisa Rouse, says the rooms will house up to 4 students with 4 beds, private bathrooms, and study desks. In addition, the hall will have 2 common kitchens with gathering spaces and laundry facilities.
They will be able to be interns, they will be able to be college students, they will be able to be our Bridge USA students, and we'll be able to continue to grow our workforce as we prepare for the future.
A $5 million project inside the city is scheduled to open during the 2023 season. It includes a new Fried Fancies with waterside dining. This will replace the older restaurant that was lost in the park fire last year.
Then we're also, and this is great, we're going to bring back Heartland Home Furnishings. Now, when we lost that, it was a physical loss, but more importantly, it was a heartfelt loss because of the equipment that was part of our Heartland Home Furnishings.
Rouse says construction will also begin this winter to improve how people get into and out of the theme park. She says parking lots alone will cost $14 million. Project work will be done in phases and targeted for completion in 2024.
We'll add 1,200 more parking spaces, new tram routes, and new stations. That's a very beneficial part, not only for our guests, but for our employees as well.
Silver Dollar City confirms it's purchased all 800 acres of land once known as Indian Ridge. The unfinished townhomes near Branson West are going to be torn down soon, but there are no further plans for the property at this time. A little later, we'll hear from the Columbus Titans on their upcoming playoff matchup against the Burlington Wildcats.
Plus, temperatures are going to dip off quite a bit during the overnight hours. We're going to look at that coming up next. Well, of course, we had the rain early in the morning hours and actually lasting into the early afternoon. Then sunshine popped out as we are drying out. Looks like a pretty nice evening. It's a little bit on the chilly side. Nice shot. Landers Chevrolet Cadillac of Joplin. This is on the southeast side of the city. And we got quite a bit of rain. We needed this. We've been in a severe drought over the past couple months. But look at all the rainfall amounts. So everywhere you see yellow and above is at least 3 inches of rain over the past 48 hours. Most of southwest Missouri, Arkansas, Oklahoma picked up 3 inches of rain. As you work farther toward the west, here's kind of a 2-inch category and then an inch or less once you get into our northwestern counties. But at least we got widespread heavy rain, which is something we really needed. A little bit cooler eastern counties where the clouds broke really just about an hour ago, so upper 40s. As you march west, you go through the 50s, you get to 60 in Parsons, 60 in Neodesha, but it is going to be chilly tonight. Our evening daylight hours are shrinking up. Daylight saving time ends here in under 2 weeks. Currently sitting at 56, west-northwest winds at about 10, humidity is at 47%. As we go through the overnight hours, 44 by midnight, 39 by 6. Due to the moisture on the ground, we may get some patchy fog, especially in the low-lying areas, so watch out for that if you are going to be out late tonight. All right, this system heading out of here, rain now east of Springfield, pretty much clear skies, and that's what we're going to see throughout the overnight hours. Area of low pressure kind of wrapping up, heading off toward the east. If we go out west, here's our next storm system, Pacific Northwest, that will start to affect us by the time we head into Friday and then also continuing into the weekend. Let's step through time. Here's midnight, lower 40s, clear skies. By morning, most of us upper 30s, 37 in Nevada, 39 in Parsons, Grand Lake at 39, Anderson also sitting at about 39 degrees. We warm near 60 by noon, and then by the afternoon, we get into the low to mid 60s. So here's your day planner. We're going to start at 38, 59 by noon, 64 by 5 p.m. The winds are going to be fairly light, and northeasterly winds at about 5 to 10. Tomorrow night, we start to get some clouds in here late, so we'll call it partly cloudy skies. We drop back lower 40s. Then as we head into Thursday, a lot of clouds, mid and upper level clouds, nothing underneath them, but still we go into the mid 60s for highs. And then you can see by Thursday evening, Thursday night into Friday morning, a few showers trying to pop up to our west. So a slight chance we may get a random shower in here Friday. By Saturday, most of the rain's to our south, but it starts to creep a little bit closer to us once we get into Sunday. So a slight chance we could see a random shower as we head into the weekend. 63 tomorrow, 66 Thursday, 64 on Friday. We hold into lower 60s, so very fall-like temperatures. And then Halloween looks great, partly sunny and a high temp of 66.
It was nice to get the good soaking over the
Yeah.
last couple of days. It'd be great to get at least a little bit more.
Yeah, we need some more.
Thanks, Doug. Still ahead, a pair of Southwest Missouri Conference rivals meet tonight for a volleyball district championship. And the Columbus Titans grab some momentum as they head into the 3A playoffs. Jacob Leonard has that and more up next.
This week is the opening week of the playoffs for high school football in Kansas and Missouri. On Southeast Kansas, the Columbus Titans hit the field against Burlington on Friday night in the first round of the 3A bracket. Now, the Titans had a bit of an up and down regular season. They won just one game the first 6 weeks, but Columbus turned around, won back-to-back games to close out the regular season. Now, that includes a pretty impressive win last week, beating a 5-2 Parsons team by 24 to grab a little momentum heading into the postseason.
It was our best performance of the season. We've been kind of waiting to see this group take that step. Our three pillars are, locked in, family, and sacrifice. And, you don't have to be blood to be family, and that's what we've been preaching to these kids. And I think they finally, dialed that in, and they played 4 quarters of team football.
We obviously ran the ball a ton. We decided, you know what, let's get our mojo back. Let's run the ball down somebody's throat, and that's what we did. And we dominated, honestly, that whole game, and gave us a lot of confidence. And I think we're getting things rolling at the right time.
The Kansas City Chiefs have hit their bye week. On Sunday, the Chiefs went on the road and beat the 49ers 44-23 to enter their off week with a 5-2 record. In that game on Sunday, quarterback Patrick Mahomes threw for 423 yards and 3 touchdowns. He now leads the NFL with more than 2,100 passing yards and 20 touchdowns this season. In addition to that, Sunday was already the 3rd time Mahomes has led his team to a double-digit comeback win this season.
I'm going to compete to the final whistle until Coach takes me off that football field. And so whenever you get down in these games, all you can do is how can you affect and go out there and have a positive next play? And then you kind of continue to do that the next play. And EB preaches that is the most important play is the next play. And so we just go out there and just execute that play, continue to make the drives happen. And then once you get in the end zone, it gets a little bit closer. Then you can kind of keep that same mentality going.
A pair of COC rivals meet tonight for a volleyball district title. It's Carl Junction and Webb City this evening in the Class 4 District 6 Championship. These two teams have already met twice in the regular season. Webb City won both of those. This one just getting started at Willard High School. We'll have the latest from the match right here tonight at 10. That's a look at sports. We're back with more news right after this.
Take time now to honor a local veteran. Charles Merrick joined the U.S. Air Force in 2006. His hometown, Miami, Oklahoma. And we're proud to salute Senior Airman Charles Merrick, a 4-state hero. Here's a look at what's coming up on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. The Fort Scott Chamber of Commerce hosts a forum for candidates running for state and federal offices. Plus, the Pittsburgh City Commission discusses adding a community improvement district on the north side of town. And the U.S. Forestry Service announces plans to plant 1 billion trees to combat deforestation. Those stories, a lot more, it's coming up tonight on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. Well, quite a turnaround in the weather. The sky mostly clear out here at the moment.
After all the rain that we've seen over the past couple days, and at least it kind of soaked into the ground. That's what we needed. Chilly tonight, make it a little bit of patchy fog, upper 30s, and then partly sunny tomorrow, high temp, 63.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you right back here at 10. Let's make it a great evening.